Okay, lesson 35. First thing we're going to answer is this question right here. How many triangles are formed by drawing diagonals from one vertex in the figure? Then find the sum of the measures of the angles in the figure. So let's just pick one vertex. We're going to pick this one right here, okay? And it says how many triangles can you form by drawing to like another vertex? So this would be a triangle right there. That would be another one. That one's another one, like this. So you're going to draw it to each vertex. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 triangles. It said, find the sum of the measures of the angles in the figure. Well, I know that each triangle adds up to 180 degrees. So if I add this angle, this one, and this one, it's going to be 180. If I add this one, and this one, will be 180. This one, and this one will be 180. And that'll end up giving me all the angles. So if I do 8 times 180, I get 1440 degrees. That's why in geometry you learn the formula n minus 2 times 180 is how you get the sum of the interior angles of any convex polygon. So n is the number of sides, okay, the number of sides. And so we could have just counted the number of sides, right? So let's start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 2 is 8, and do 8 times 180. Okay? So on this one right here, we're working on a little bit different idea. But we do know that we can do the interior angles with this formula. We also know that the sum of the exterior angles of any convex polygon always equals 360 degrees. It doesn't matter how many sides that polygon has. That means if I add up all these exterior angles, they're going to add up to 360. So I'm going to set up an equation. I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to go around this way. So I'm going to have x plus 42 plus 78 plus 51 plus 55 plus x minus 12 equals 360. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up my x's, and I have 2 of them. And I'm going to add up all my other numbers. And when I do that, I get 214. So that's still equal to 360. Subtract 214 from both sides, and I get 146. And divide by 2, and I get that x is 73. Now to find y is the angle that is supplementary to this one. So if x is 73, then 73 minus 12 is going to be 61. So y is going to be 180 minus 61. So y is going to be 119. Okay? So if you're looking for the multiple choice correct answer, it's B. Okay, let's look at the next one. This is an inscribed quadrilateral. That means the vertices are on the circle. And we know that with all inscribed quadrilaterals, that the opposite angles are supplementary. Remember, supplementary means they add up to 180. So that means x plus 82 has to equal 180. That means that y plus 92 has to equal 180. That gives me equations to solve. Subtract 82 from both sides, and I get 98. Subtract 92 from both sides here, and I get 88. Okay, so I think it said here that I had to find x, y, and z. Now, z is this arc right here. I know that this angle x, it creates this arc here. And I also know that x is an inscribed angle. So the measure of angle x is equal to 1/2 the measure of the arc that it creates, okay, which doesn't have a name, okay, but it's the arc that it creates, okay, I'm just going to do it like that. So x, which I know is 98, because I just figured it out, equals half of this arc. Well, this arc is z plus 129. Okay, so 98, I'm going to distribute that 1/2. I get 1/2 z plus 129 over 2. Now I'm going to multiply through by 2 to get rid of the fractions. So I get 196 equals z plus 129. You see how much easier this is now? Subtract 129 from both sides and you get 67 for z. You can actually multiply through by 2, because all you really have to multiply is this times 2, and do this and not even use your calculator. So much faster. Okay, flip over. Okay, so what you want to do here is the same kind of problem. I'll let you work on that one on your own if you want to do that later, okay? Just because this video is going to get really long. And just so you know, the answer is C. So you can check yourself. Okay, let's look down here. This is called, your exponent is 3/5. But when it's a fractional exponent, you think of the bottom number as the root and the top as the exponent. So I made the 5 the 5th root and the 3 the exponent. That's the way you do fractional exponents. Let's look at this again. We'll come back to it. So 4 over 3. 3 is going to be the root, so cube root, and then the 4th power. Let's look at this one. First of all, it's negative, so I had to take it down and make it positive. Then 4 is the root, and then the power is 3. Okay, let's go back up. So you're going to do the 5th root of negative 243, and that just means what do you multiply 5 times together for the 5th root to get this, and it's negative 3. You just have to, guess and then try it out. So negative 3 cubed, that's negative 27. Okay, here, the cube root of 64. So what do you multiply together 3 times that you get 64? So 4. Then take 4 to the 4th power, and you get 256. So here, again, it was negative, so I brought it down. Then I'm going to have to take the 4th root of 16. What do you multiply together 4 times? You get 16. It's a 2. Then I have to take that to the 3rd power. So it's an 8 on the bottom. The top is a 1, so 1/8. Here, it's a negative. So I bring it down underneath a 1. This is going to be the cube root of negative 27 and then to the 5th power. So it's still under the 1. The cube root of negative 27 is what do you multiply together 3 times that you get negative 27. So it's negative 3. And then take it to the 5th power. That'll give you a negative 243. So the whole thing becomes a negative 1 over 243. So of course it gives us this answer right here. Okay? Now 9 through 12, I'm going to show it to you. You can pause the video and make sure you get it all copied down. But it's really just exactly like what we just did. It's just very, very slightly different. Notice, like this 8 and 9 are not the same because the power here is negative and here it's not. Here we took it down below 1, here we did not. Okay, so be careful when you look at those. And let me know if you have any questions on that.